Good morning, guys. Cathy Icon is here with QBOchat, ready to get started this year. Man, it is January 8th, and I feel like I'm just starting. But I feel like I'm behind, but I'm just starting. So I don't know what's going on. So deep breaths, everyone. We will make it through January together. So welcome back to the new year. I doing coffee with Cathy, and today our mug is from System 6 Bookkeeping. They have been in business for 10 years now, so congratulations to them. Jeremy is the CEO over there and a good friend. So yeah, I appreciate him and everything he does. He has a great firm that's growing leaps and bounds. So if you are ever looking for a place to work, but you want freedom, but you don't necessarily want to be in charge of getting all your clients and all of that, definitely check them out because they have a lot of virtual employees, and they do great work. So always fun, right? And they use QBO, and I'm a fan. So there's your little weekly update. Love. Shout out to System 6. So how is everyone doing today? Doing great. Awesome. I'm going to see if we are going live on Facebook, making sure that it's all working right. Yes. And I'm going to write, join me now. I am live. Okay. So awesome sauce. Yay. Yeah, so today I am going to talk about decluttering and yeah, what I'm doing about that and why I'm picking decluttering as something to do in January. So first of all, I feel like I have been going 500 million different directions and I can't keep up with anything. I'm like behind on everything. My to-do list or my task list in Insightly is insane. It's well beyond appropriate. I know I got to get 1099s going. I feel, I did a really good job last week. I just haven't done a whole bunch more yet. So still like worried about that. I don't know. I'm super duper stressed and freaked out, and January does this, and I got a cold sore, which is funny because on those time hops, I get the time hop update on my phone, and they're like, I got my cold sore beginning of last week or the middle of last week or something, and on my time hop like 2 days later it says, and I ate cold sores from a year ago. I was like, I guess this happens a lot to me. Maybe it is stress. I've been a little bit under the weather, so I was losing my voice. I hope that it's okay because I have my first class on the Intro to Bookkeeping course today, which there is still time to sign up for that if you guys are interested. Let me get you a link. My internet's been slow. Everything just feels like it's fighting against me. So let me see. Intro to QBO for bookkeepers. So this is really like people that want to start their own practice and want to use QBO but don't know where to start and everything. This is a perfect course for you because you'll learn about QBO, what services I provide, how I do it, and how to do it efficiently in QBO so that you're making a profit and all of that fun stuff. So I have that class starting today. Tomorrow I have my cleanup course starting. So it's a big, starting courses again. We're back in training time. So I'm getting anxious about that, making sure I want to be on top of things it's my type A personality that wants to be there and ready. So decluttering. So my house, we'll start with home. The reason I'm really doing this decluttering is because my house is a freaking pigsty. It is horrible. And it's just stuff been sitting in piles and stacks on top of things for months. Nothing's moving. We can't, like, I'm looking at a kid's table right now that has the Game of Life on it, a whole bunch of other just junk, and then a box sitting on top of it. And then we have the book right near it where the kids keep on playing with it every single day when they come in and talk to me. I'm like, stop, don't break that. Yeah, so all of that's just sitting there, and I haven't done anything for months. No one's touched it for months. And I have a cleaner that comes once a week. She's too busy stacking up other things all over the house that she's not here to organize. She's here to clean. So yeah, things get stacked everywhere. So the house is a complete pigsty, and it drives me crazy because I am a type A. I want things to be perfect. But at the same time, I'm ADHD. And so if I can't do it in the time that I'm able to focus on it, then I just give up. And I look at something else. It just, I can't. So it is a struggle for me to focus on keeping things organized and not having so much junk. And what we tend to do is, if we feel like, in my house, my husband and I both tend to buy things that will help us be more organized, or it'll help, fix a problem or something like that. When in reality, right now, I think we just need to fill up 20 or 30 huge garbage bags, and then we'll be good, right? Like that'll be a good start. So I am focusing on just decluttering. I am telling myself I am not buying on anything on Amazon to help organize anything. I am just focusing on decluttering and putting stuff in the trash. So I did that this weekend with my master bathroom, and awesome. First of all, like there's extra space underneath the cabinets and stuff, and then the whole top is pretty much clean. Whereas before, I had double-decker little containers on the countertop. You can never see it. It was just full, and it was all those things like, I don't know, lotions that I might try, or I tried once or twice and I didn't finish, and all of that, and then all my little travel things and stuff. And I like to have those travel things in case someone comes visits, and I have like an extra shampoo and conditioner and stuff. Well, that doesn't belong in my bathroom, especially when I have so much storage in the kids' bathroom. And let me tell you, the kids' bathroom, the cabinets underneath are empty. Like we're not putting things in the right place and stuff, which is, in the grand scheme of things, if it's empty at the end of the day after all my decluttering, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Because I'd rather have empty space than just stuff laying everywhere, So I decluttered the master bathroom. Very excited about that. And I then also, so I got this. I did buy something to help me. Before I made the resolution or the intention not to do that. Okay, this is a Panda Planner Pro, right? And it organizes. It's supposed to be some sort of scientific whatever way to help organize me. I know in my ADHD world that calendars, I love these. I love calendars in general, but they usually tend to last me maybe 6 months. So I know that, and I don't have like the highest expectations of like stressing myself like I have to do this for the rest of my life or something, right? So it's okay. That's what I tell myself. It's okay. If this helps me for a couple months, that's awesome, right? So, I do like the month, I laid out the month, and I have all my training courses and everything like that. And then what my goals are for the month. So organize my class management, 1099s, and year-end work. That's what I gotta get done in January. And I need to declutter. So even at work, my files in Dropbox are a mess. How I'm doing things with sending new emails to people that sign up for courses and getting all that information together and all that. I feel like it's a total mess. Everything with updating the website with my digital marketing team, all that. I feel like everything's just everywhere. So I feel like I need to declutter, right? And for me, the first part of decluttering is just like put it all out there and start getting rid of the junk, right? Okay, so back to this. Then we have a week thing. Talks about what my projects are for the week. Only gives me 4, which I like that because I get overwhelmed easily, and I really hate lists, but I need lists to get work done. So it's a nice little battle that I have with myself all the time. So doing that, and then it breaks it down to daily, and also gives me more of like, what am I grateful for? What am I excited about? What's my daily affirmation? What am I going to focus on? Today, I'm focusing on checking off tasks because, like I said, my task list is beyond. So I'm not going to worry about adding more tasks. I just need to get rid of those that have been sitting out there. So it's me catching up on things, which then tomorrow can be a whole new day. I'll see where I am at the end of the day, and tomorrow we'll go from there, right? So I'm going towards a goal of decluttering and organizing things. That's the way I kind of have to do things. Did you guys, there's a new, the lady that wrote the book on like tidying up, she has the show on Netflix now. And yeah, I watched one episode of that the other night, and it makes sense. And for me, I need the repetitive, let's talk about this method over and over and over again and see it from different angles so that I can really absorb it and figure out what all is going on that. So that's how I do things. Yeah, I need the reinforcement of how do you do it, which is the way I've done things for years, I believe. Like Dave Ramsey, I did a long time ago. We're not following that now, but we did that before I had my first daughter. And it really started with me just listening to the radio show every day. So he's saying the same things, but to different people with different situations and different questions and stuff like that. But that helped me reinforce, okay, so if this situation comes up, you do this. And then you start to learn over and over, listening to it over and over again, like, this is always going to be the answer in this situation, which at the same time, I feel like that's what we're able to do in the courses that I do because it's a month-long thing. And I don't like to throw out too much material so that you're working and stuff like that. I want you to really understand the concepts and get to it from every angle, So it's kind of like do top level, then drill down and go into a little bit more, talk about it a little bit more. And I'll see people that, especially in the cleanup course, will start asking questions like, what do I do in this situation? And other people will go ahead and answer to like, what, my core things, like move something to a cleanup account or just reconcile to 0 and figure it out next time. Or, some of the things that I do that so that you're not stuck on something for hours that's not bringing value to anyone. So there you go. So clutter's everywhere. I have clutter on my desk. I need to mail out some cards to people. Oh, I have bills that I haven't opened. It's only been a week, but still, I need to get them. Yeah, I just feel behind. And when I feel behind, I get anxious. And when I get really anxious, I shut down. And that's not good. I need more space in my head. So when I'm not looking at things, like I'm looking at my desk set up right now, and I'm like, ugh, this is a mess, right? So that stresses me out. If it was empty, I wouldn't have that stress already on me. So it wouldn't be stacking. Like I have stresses that stack on top of each other, right? Looking around anywhere in the house, it's the little, like every little mess is just stress and stress and stress. And when I take it away, then I can walk into a place and I can just breathe. And I've lowered my stress level, which is huge for your health and being just overall happy. But for me, if I get too much stress and anxiety, I can't, like it builds up, like I can't move. I can't do anything, even though I know I need to. And and then when you can't move, then I get more emails and more stuff to do and more stuff piles up and I can't move even more. So it's a really, really nasty cycle. And for me, the source of the issue for me is all the stress. So let me find easy ways to get rid of stress. Like I'm not going to get rid of deadlines. Even though I hate deadlines and whatever, I'm still going to have to deal with them, right? But I don't have to deal with clutter in my house. Like that, I can actively do something to get rid of it. And I feel better afterwards. So the other thing that might happen, some clutter could be a client. Maybe you can't get a handle for a client and they are, so for me, I have the situation where client is, the client itself, amazing, great things, all of that. But it feels like we're always changing and we never get a system right. So we're always having to figure out something new, always trying to do that. It just feels cluttered to me. So with me and my clients, here's what I do every week. Here's what I do once a month. And this is the expected deliverable, blah, 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 go. We might have different conversations based on what the numbers are, but the tasks I do, everything I do is pretty much standard, right? Except in January when we're doing new spreadsheets and new budgets and new blah, blah, blah. Everything's new, right? And it kind of stresses me out. I like my system. So with my client, everything is changing and we're not there. The amount of work has increased throughout the year. I feel like I can't even catch up to find a better things, which frustrates me. And all of that, it's not a good client for me anymore. Some of you might be listening and be like, hey, I love clients that change things and I can, do this and do that. And that's great, and that's honestly part of the reason I started the Build Your Best QBO Practice Facebook group is because there are so many of us that do different things and have different strengths. I am very, very good at getting someone into a system, making them feel like I've got their back, I'm their backbone, everything. You're going to be consistent from me. Except for like this last week when I've been so stressed. Yeah, the beginning of the year sucks for me because everything is out of my systems and out of my comfort zone. So I just need to push through it as fast as possible so that I can get back to it. But yeah, then not every client is going to be a good fit for you. And it doesn't make them a bad client and doesn't make you a bad accountant. It's just, it makes you guys two different types of people that aren't great. It's not the best case on working together. And for me, I want my clients to have the best relationship with their accountant. So if things aren't working great and stuff, like if our relationship is not the best for the client, then I'm going to say, it's time for you to find a new bookkeeper, which I've done. And with this client, I'm like, I can't keep on doing this, but I'm not going to give you, like, I'm done as of this date. I'm going to be with you and help you transition into a new client so that you are good going forward and everything. And for me, it will, in my head, declutter my head some so I can focus more on training, offering new trainings, doing more stuff on QBOchat, all of that, which I do have more of a passion for. And I can still also focus on getting the deliverables done for the clients that I have, and not stressing out for it. So there's this thing that I talk about too on, if we're talking about decluttering. I know we always talk about, not we, but in the industry, there's a lot of talk about value pricing, right? And do you do value pricing? Do you do hourly pricing? Do you all this sort of stuff? And the value of tracking your time and all of, so you see if you're profitable and that. So here's the thing. I track my time so I can see how I do on my clients. They're all fixed fee. So I'm able to see, okay, making a profit, I'm doing what I want to do. And yes, it's rolling good. It's a good relationship. I'm providing value. They're paying for the value. I'm good. But there's, how do I put this? There's good hours and there's bad hours, and how much headspace does someone fill in your brain? Are you thinking about this client at night and, while you're doing other things? You're not tracking your time for that, but they're taking up headspace, or worry space, or sometimes it's fun space, like, oh, I can do this little project or what, that sort of thing. So I feel like, yes, I track my time, but there are intangible things. Time's intangible, but in my brain of, okay, how much is this client stressing me out with things that I'm thinking about all the time or trying to figure out, or the type of work that I'm doing? Am I brain dead afterwards? So I can't really focus on anything after I, spend 4 hours working on a spreadsheet. Yeah, I'm drained. I can't, that's hard. So it's, think of that as an addition to how much time you spend on a client when you're pricing them out. Like, how much higher level brain capacity are you going to need to use on this client? Are they going to drain you? Or drain you of your extra smart time? I don't know what we're going to call this. But there's easy stuff and tasks and that make you feel good. Like, I did this, I checked it off, and I delivered it. Like, that makes me feel good. Now, if it takes, and sometimes I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, super cool. I did that really fast. I'm excited. And then some weeks, no, it takes a little bit longer, but it's still not draining me completely, right? Then there's the clients like, oh, I got to do this for 4 hours. you know, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go. And then I get into it and I'm like, oh, when is this going to finish? When is this going to finish? I'm cross-eyed. My eyes hurt. My back hurts, everything, you know, and that's a different, like that hour is worth more to me than the other hour. Like the other hour gives me gratification, instant gratification. The sitting there and being drained hour, that should cost more for someone because it's not a happy time for me. And I want my time to be happy. So if there's too much unhappy time, then they're not a good fit for me. There is going to be unhappy time like 1099s. So trying to make that as short as possible or figuring out, you know, how to make it as easy as possible, that's up to me. One thing I do is I don't have a lot of clients. And those clients don't have a whole bunch of contractors. So I'm very, very lucky in that point. I still hate 1099s. But I do have that 1099 control sheet that I use, like in my templates area on the website. You can see it and you can buy it. That's how I'm like organizing it. Again, I need to declutter. I need to have a place of like, here is my system and go through it. So that's, yeah, declutter. It's just, there's 5 million things I feel like that's swirling around in my head and I can't even finish a thought. And I'm sure you're getting that trying to watch this video right now. Like, what are you doing, Cathy? I don't know what you're talking about right now. Gonna change topics and whatever. As long as I say declutter, we're still on the same topic, right? I can talk about whatever I want and then say declutter. Anyway, yes, I feel like I have so much stuff like starting out, going, whatever. So we definitely have that. I have that intro course today. I'm excited about it. I wish I had more people signed up for it, which then I get into like the strategy of the business of, I know it's good content, but it's not being delivered to my audience right, or my audience might not be a good fit for it, or all of that. Like, do I need to offer it in a different way so that it's more attainable or reachable for other people? Yeah, so those things go in my head all the time. And I'm like, I'm just exhausted. But I've checked off some things. I have organized my daughter's class website, you know, a semester late, but I did it. It's a semester. Remember last semester, last year, end of last year, had all the neck back issues where I wasn't able to do anything, just barely be able to do my work. So I'm doing good right now. And I was able to, organize the website, get that up there, and print out some forms so I can get parents to sign up for the site and all that. So that's good. I helped my daughter set up her Girl Scout cookie website yesterday. Here, which I hate to share these things, but I will do it with you guys. I'm only going to do this a few times, I think. Digital cookie website. So this is what it really, like, I want to help out my daughter, but I want her to actually earn the actual, you know, buying the cookies or people buying them, right? So it really bugs me when I know that I could share it, and like I'm sharing it right now. Here's her cookie website. If you guys want cookies, you can order them on there. And see, I know how to sell. This is the other thing. Like, I know I have an audience. I know how to succinctly sell something to you guys, and some of you might buy, some might not. I don't know, but geez, but my daughter needs to learn this, right? Not me. So anyways, cookies, there's Izzy's cookie site. You can donate boxes directly to the military, so you don't even have to eat the cookies if your resolution is to not eat sugar and stuff. Or you can buy the cookies and have them shipped directly to you. There's a shipping fee, but it comes those come really, really, really fast. And then also this year, so I'll go a few minutes over. So here's my deal. Let's talk about this. It has nothing to do with decluttering, other than it was something I needed to do and I got it up there. Okay. So on the Girl Scout website, you have to write like, what are you going to do with the funds that you're raising, right? And then what are you going to learn from selling cookies? So it's very generic, and I don't think it's been like instilled in the girls that much. So again, I think it comes down to the parents who are just filling out the forms, and that again irritates me because I feel like if you're doing this stuff, you need to learn it, learn why you're doing this. So Izzy said some things like, okay, we're doing this so we can have snacks, we can go to camp, and something else. I don't know what it was. I was like, what? You're not doing this to buy snacks. And what? So then I message the troop leader. I'm like, so what are we doing? What's all the money for? Because I feel like the girls should know. Like, why am I selling cookies other than everyone just wants to buy Girl Scout cookies because they're yummy. And so it helps give money to their lemonade stand for coins for a cure to cure childhood cancer, which they do every year. It helps them go to Girl Scout camp. And yes, it does help buy snacks for the monthly meetings. And I'm like, okay, so I was wrong. It does help you buy snacks. But Hey, I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just disconnected. My internet, like I said, has been a little slow. So it just gave up on me. Anyways, so I'm very proud of taking the extra time last night to help her with that, help her come up with a video so she understands what she's raising money for, understands, that she's helping out. She wants to help other people out. And then also, like, I have the cookie site, like I shared. What she's done in the past, she's really great at talking to parents and stuff at school, and they end up filling out the form and to buy cookies, and then we're trying to like figure out how to get them to people and all this sort of stuff afterwards, which is total pain, right? And then she's having to worry about collecting money and all of that. And so for the website part of things, we're able to do marketing and emails. So I printed out a form so she can go around, ask people or ask parents and whoever, do you want to buy cookies from me? I can send you an email. And so then she's going to be able to put it into the Girl Scout website and send out the email to the person, and help manage that and see, how that works. So instead of it all being on this form and having to worry about who pays what and all that, they could just pay online, pay with a credit card, even better. And then we can deliver and all that. So I've tried to do it all so that I just want to make sure she's learning stuff out of this. Like this is the part that can drive me crazy with all of these things. Like with the Girl Scout stuff, you get like a vision board, which is a folded up piece of paper that you can put up on the wall. And then it tells you all the gifts you get or prizes you get for more cookies you sell. I'm like, it shouldn't be about, yeah. My kid's learning some lessons, right? I mean, yes, it's how do you get kids motivated? I mean, she's 9, so how do you get her motivated to get stuff? So as long as there is more of a benefit to other people, okay, we can do this, and we need to work on how other people are benefiting from this. Just even the joy of people eating Girl Scout cookies, the fun stuff. Anyway, okay, so I'll wrap it up for the people that joined in late, talking about decluttering, and then I went on a tangent and rant about Girl Scout cookies. Feel free to put in comments on whichever. And if you have like ideas, like how do you declutter? Work, home, all that stuff, or what do you need to declutter in your life right now? I just need less stuff coming at me and less stuff sitting in the house, like less stacks of things. So yeah, I need to throw away stuff, and I need to make sure things are getting in order and everything. And like I said earlier, I am not focusing on buying things for the house that will supposedly help me be more organized or more clean, with the exception, which I decided after I bought the Panda planner. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, what am I focusing on this month? And for me, remember, like I need repetitive reinforcement. I am getting rid of clutter this month. This is January. February might be buying things for the house. January, get rid of clutter. There's just clutter. And just focus on that, because I don't want to deal with it. So I will go buy something instead. Doesn't help me, because guess what? Adds more clutter. Hate it. So declutter my email, get rid of, shouldn't have so much email. I shouldn't, unsubscribe from things, everything that's going to help my brain feel less stressed and more calm, so that I can focus on the things that are important, not on stacks of stuff that aren't moving. because I'm not moving them. No one else in the family is moving them. The basket of clothes over there has been there for like a month. I think they forgot that it was over there. Declutter. Going to declutter. So one step at a time, I'll be talking about stuff. And which this week's topic, which again, let's talk about clutter. QBOchat schedule. So this week's topic. So last week we talked about, last week we talked about identifying bottlenecks in business and in our firms and everything. And then this year we're talking about year-end close with QBO. So I think all of that is still how getting rid of clutter. You know, at the core of it is, you know, how do we get rid of clutter? So that's what I'm going to focus on. If you have any thoughts, anything else you want to share, share them in our group in Build Your Best QBO Practice. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, declutter away. Now it's time for me to go declutter my email. So you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Bye.